Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. Today I'm going to explain the Unit 6, Part 2, Similarity. This is the graded assignment, so we're going to start with the first question. It says, draw the image of triangle ABC, honor a dilation with a scale factor of 2 and a center of dilation of -4, -3. Label the image triangle ABC prime. So let's take a look at the information that they're giving us. So they're giving you the triangle there, right? They're giving you a scale factor of 2. Remember, when scale factors are greater than 1, that means that you have an expansion. So that means that the image, the copy, is going to be bigger. There's going to be an expansion compared to triangle ABC. And you have a center of dilation of -4, -3. So it's not going to be on the origin 0, 0. It's going to be at -4, -3. So let's graph that point. -4 on X, go down on -3. So it's basically on point B. Okay, that's your center of dilation. So what are we going to do? The first thing we're going to need are our points, right? So I'm going to help you with that. A, which are the coordinates, -4 and -1 on Y. B, you have -4, -3, which is also your center of dilation. And C is -1, -3. So those are your points. That's the first thing you need. Now, those are your points, but what we have to do in this case, they're not on the origin or center of dilation. So we have to count from our center of dilation to each one of the points. Okay, so from your center of dilation, which is this one, remember, center of dilation, it's not the origin, okay? So I'm going to count how many points from B, your center of dilation, to A. So it's 1, 2. That, you're going to multiply it times your scale factor of 2. So you're going to have 2 times 2 is going to be 4. Okay, so let me color it in green. That means from your center of dilation, you're going to walk forward 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means that my point A prime, okay, is going to be here. With the coordinates, so A prime is going to be -4, 1. Okay, now I have a 4 because they multiply. You're going to multiply each one of your distances that you're going to count times 2. Okay, point B is going to be the same point, okay, because it's there. It's not going to change, okay, because it's my center of dilation is there, my point B is there, okay, so that one is not going to change, okay. So it's going to be -4 and -3. Now on your own, what you're going to do, you're going to do point C. I did most of it, okay, so you're just going to do your B prime here, right? When I use different colors, I want for you to count. I want to see that you counted the same as I did. On your own, you're going to do point C. Well, you're going to count 1, 2, 3. That times 3 times 2, and then you're going to count. Okay, remember, this figure should look twice as big. So you're going to finish point C, basically kind of finish everything for you guys. Remember, this is a walkthrough. I don't finish the assignment. Now let's take a look at problem number 2. What is the value of X? Show your work. So let's take a look at what we have. We have triangle. Here we have it. JKL. So let me write it here. Triangle JKL. And then let's take a look at what is congruent. So angle J is congruent to M because it has one curve, right? And then angle K is congruent to N, has 2 curves. And then we have angle L, which doesn't have a curve, to P. Okay, so I need to order in that way. And then you're going to see which sides are also congruent. So I'm going to write it here. So they're similar, right? Why are they similar? Why would they be similar? Because one is bigger than the other one, okay? So triangle JKL, right, is going to be similar, okay, to my triangle. I follow the order of the letters M and P. Okay, so they're asking me for the value of X. So I'm going to do a proportional. They're similar because the angles are always the same, remember. In similarity, angles are the same. And they should have a same scale factor. They should be proportional, their corresponding sides. So let's take a look. So JK, I'm going to write that's JK, side JK is proportional to MN. Look at the order. First and second to MN. Okay? And I'm going to do a proportion. I need to find the value of X, so I'm going to do JL. There's a measurement of 20. It's proportional to MP. And I'm going to solve using proportions. I'm going to substitute. JK is 25. MN is 30. Then JL is 20. And then MP, which is my X, 4X minus 4. Okay? And then you solve by using cross multiplication. Right? So this way. I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to help you out with the setting up, and then you're going to finish it on your own. So it's going to be 25 times 4x minus 4 equals to 20 times 30. So you're going to do distributive property, right? 25 times 4. You're going to do that on your own. And then 25 times negative 4. So you're going to get two answers in here. And then equals to 20 times 30. You're going to get another answer. And then you're going to isolate X. You're going to get a value. Okay, this is solving equations. You already reviewed this 7th, 8th grade in algebra. And then once you have, you're going to leave variables on one side of the equation, the numbers, constants on the other side, and you're going to get the value of X. They're just asking you for the value of X. Okay? And you can check your answer. There's a proportionality. Like 25 over 30, you can simplify, right? 25 over 30, you can divide by 5. 5, 6 is the scale factor. So you need to check. Once you get your X, right, you can substitute. And if it's, once you simplify, it gives you 5 over 6. That means that they're similar and your answer is correct. So finish that. I already helped you out setting it up, which is a lot. And then problem number 3. What is the perimeter of triangle PQR, which is this one? Show your work. Okay, so remember, in this assignment, I want for you guys to show all your work. If you do not show your work, I'm not going to give you credit. So let's take a look at what sides angles are congruent. So Q, I see the first curve is congruent to angle T. And then we have angle P to S, and then angle U to R. Okay, so we already set it up. And now this ones are congruent. Okay, they're not similar, because how do I know that? Because their sides are the same. Look. So triangle PQR is congruent, okay, to STU. They're congruent. They have the same angle measurement and sides. Okay? How do I know that? Because 4 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. They're not similar. Okay, so in order for me to get calculate the perimeter, remember perimeter is the addition of all the sides. So these two sides, PR, has to be equal to SU. They're congruent. So I'm going to substitute. PR is 3y minus 2 equals 2. SU is y plus 4. And I isolate y, right? Remember, I need the variables on one side of the equation, the constants on the other side. So negative y on both sides. 3 minus y is 2y minus 2 equals 4. I already have y's on the left. So now I want the constants, the numbers on the other side, on the right side. So plus 2 plus 2. So I'm going to have y equals 6, right? And then I divide both sides by 2. I leave y alone. So y equals 6 over 2. So y equals 3. Okay, helped you a lot solving this. So what are you going to do next? You guys are going to substitute the y value here, okay, on 3y. So 3y minus 2. So 3 times 3 minus 2. That's going to give you an answer, right? In the perimeter is you add all the sides. So the answer you get plus 4 plus 6. Okay? And that's it. And you can even check your answer. The answer that we got on y plus 4, you substitute 3 plus 4. Is it the same as 3 times 3 minus 2? And it should. Okay? And that's it. That is the second part of the Unit 6 TGA. If you have any question, make sure you reach out to me. And remember, I need to see all your work. I helped you a lot on the walkthrough. And if you need anything, just let me know. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.